He then applied his saliva to al-Harith's wound, and it healed on the spot. Ibn Hisham 151-57, Sahih al-Bukhari 1341, 425, 2577, Zad, al-Mad 291 and Sunan Abu Dawud with Aun al-Mabud 242-43. When the Jews learned about the death of their tyrant, Ka'b bin al-Ashraf, they were scared and even their stone-like hearts were in the grip of inexpressible panic. They realized that the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, would thenceforth never hesitate to use force when good words and admonition failed. They remained silent and resigned, and faked adherence to covenants. Now the Prophet, PBUH, was free to collect his thoughts and give himself up to resolving foreign affairs, and facing dangers that could be carried with hostile wind blowing again from Makkah. The invasion of Bahrain, in Rabi'at Thani, the year 3H, the Prophet, PBUH, led a campaign comprising 300 warriors to Bahrain in the area of Al-Furu. He stayed there till Jamada al-Ula, 3H. No fighting took place in the process of this patrolling invasion. Ibn Hisham 250-51, Zad al-Mad 291, Zayd bin Haritha leads a campaign on the trade routes of Quraysh. This was the most successful campaign prior to Uhud battle. It took place in Jamada at-Thaniya, the year 3H. Summer approached and it was high time for the Meccan trade caravans to leave for Syria. The people of Quraysh, whose lives depended mainly on a mercantile economy consisting of summer caravans to Syria and winter caravans to Abyssinia, Ethiopia, were now at a loss as to what route they would have to follow in order to avoid the backbreaking military strikes that the Muslims successfully inflicted on the polytheists. They held a meeting to discuss the chances of escaping the economic blockade and decided to go along a trade route across Najd to Iraq. Furat bin Hayyan was appointed as a guide for the caravan. Safwan bin Umayyah led the caravan along the new route. News of the meeting leaked out through Naim bin Masud al-Ashja'i under the effect of wine, and it flew fast to Medina by Sulat bin Inuman. The Prophet, PBUH, immediately mustered 100 horsemen under the leadership of Zayd bin Haritha al-Kalbi and dispatched them to intercept and capture the caravan. They caught up with the camels at a place called Al-Qarda. They took the polytheists by surprise and arrested their guide and 2 other men. Safwan and his guards fled away without showing the least resistance. The caravan was carrying silver and wares whose value amounted to 100,000 dirhams. The booty was distributed among the Muslim warriors after 1/5 had been set aside for the Prophet, PBUH. Furat bin Hayyan embraced Islam out of his own sweet free will. Ibn Hisham 150-51, Fiqh, As-Sira p.190, Ramat al-Lilalamin 2-219. As a result of this episode, the Muslims foiled Quraysh's plans to find a new trade route.